Recently, I heard from my team that we have to choose. Part of my role is to bring through teachings and understandings that apply to all of us. Upon hearing that me need to choose, I was perplexed. Choose what? I asked. Between what? I didn't really understand, and it nagged at me. How can I choose when I don't understand the parameters? It drove me crazy for a few days, and I continually asked to be shown. Finally, I had a dream that made it clear. I found myself staring at two paths. One led into the black night of the jungle. It was so dark the moon barely made a dent through the thick foliage. The other path led to a bright city with crystal buildings. It looked so pretty and full of light. I knew which way my eyes wanted to go, but I didn't know if that was the right path. So I cleared my fears, opened my heart, and felt into it. The city shined so brightly, but it felt cold. In many ways, it felt dead, not really alive, but rather artificial. The jungle, while looking foreboding and a little scary, felt alive and cocooning. I chose the jungle and walked into the darkness. I couldn't see much, but I could see small movements of creatures as they moved under cover of darkness, getting a break from the day's heat. It was teeming with life. I felt that I was being watched and decided to sit against a huge tree and nestled into the roots. As I got comfortable, this man with a painted face and tribal attire approached me, making loud, scary noises and faces. Yet, for some reason, I wasn't afraid, more curious. I felt movement around me, and I looked down at my body to see that I was covered in snakes. They were moving all over, wrapping around me. I knew they were poisonous. I didn't know what to do, so I just went very still. Just then, the man in front of me turns into this giant snake. I looked up in shock at this huge viper that looked ready to devour me. I felt all the snakes around my body, and they began biting me repeatedly. I could feel the bites, but it was actually painless. My mind was going in 1,000 directions as I struggled to make sense of it all. The snake man then gets close to me and says, "Are you ready?" I didn't know what I was to be ready for. I looked at my body again, now noticing my nakedness. I had bites all over, and they were turning purple, blue, and red. My skin was stretched to unbelievable limits. The snake man asked again, "Are you ready?" I said yes and truly meant it, even though I had no idea what I was saying yes to. I just knew I couldn't stay as I was. He placed a ball of energy in my mouth, and as I swallowed it, I burst forth from my skin. I, too, became a snake. I slithered up the tree I had sat against, feeling the bark against my belly as I climbed. I went out onto the limb that was above my discarded body and the snake man. I noticed then that he had turned fully back into a human again. I went to the end of the tree limb and dropped to the ground below. As I did, I became a woman again. My feet hit the ground, and I could feel the earth. I could sense the jungle and how it teems with life, not as something outside of me, but as part of me. I could feel the power and the oneness of the connection coursing through my body. It was like a wholeness and synergy I had never experienced before. The man walks up to me and says, "Welcome home." I then woke, my body still buzzing and full of questions. I began talking with my highest aspect. I asked her if the city that glowed with light was the AI timeline. Her response was yes, but she clarified that many believe that the AI timeline will be extreme and overt things, yet, it will often be what we consider new and amazing healing or helpful technologies. Technologies, she says, that will heal the body but not heal the heart. If healing only focuses on the body, it will succeed in disconnecting humans further from their inner selves and the earth. She said many will heal cancer in their bodies with such technology but will not stop the behaviors that created cancer. They will continue to use toxic chemicals that destroy the earth and the body because now the damage to the body can be reversed. She explained that many would choose not to heal their spiritual, emotional, and mental bodies because the effects of those maladies would be simply something to cure within the body. It's similar to a drunk driver stumbling home with a damaged car and fixing it without a second thought. Their behavior will continue, and the damage created to others will continue growing. The choice we have to make is not as simple as AI, or not. It's the choice of being connected or disconnected to self and the earth. We must come to a place where we truly know within our hearts that we are the earth, and she is us. No separation. Only then do we access all of ourselves. We have to heal our entire self, and that includes the earth. We can either alter a gene expression related to addiction so that we can no longer be affected by our actions or work to get to the root of why we feel the need to numb and truly heal. It is not that the healing technologies are bad. For many, what is coming in the future will truly be a lifesaver. We can use technologies to help us heal the physical while we heal our mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. As we heal all the layers within, we also assist the earth. In this way, all that is coming is an incredible blessing. All the technologies have the potential to be a huge distraction, taking us further from ourselves and our mother, or a godsend that leads to greater connection and healing. As with all things, it comes down to choice. None of this will be black and white, and it has the potential to divide people further, creating even more distraction. The truth is that each thing must be felt and assessed through the heart space, as the intention is key. We are being asked to come home and connect with the earth fully, choosing her and ourselves again and again. Sending you all lots of love. Jenny.